All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. How's everyone today? I hope you're doing well. Today is my final consecutive streaming day of the week. Originally, it was going to be yesterday, but because of circumstances and the fact that I was playing new releases, it kind of made sense to be around for one more day this week. And now, actually, next week will be a more in line with a normal streaming week because next week, Thursday is going to be my day off as well. So that means it'll be 6 straight days of streaming, which is a normal streaming week for me. Okay? How are you guys? I hope you're doing all right. Today is Wednesday, the 22nd of September, 2021. And of course, I am DSP, and I welcome you all here to my gameplay stream. I hope you're all having a good time. And I know I'm having a good time. How you doing? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're ready for more new release fun. A full day of new release coverage today here, guys. Which is excellent, always, to be playing double new releases. Although, admittedly, I'll tell you this. Lost Judgment likely will not have a giant viewing audience, but those of us that are here are going to have a great time because we like this style of game. It's always been like that when I played the Yakuza franchise and now the Lost Judgment franchise. These games don't necessarily have mainstream appeal, but when I play them, the people who do show up are totally down for chill fun, and we enjoy the suspenseful plot lines. I love thrillers. You know, it's always been one of my favorite kinds of storylines, and that's exactly what Judgment is. So I am down for some fun today. I hope you guys are too. And in addition to that, of course, my friends, we're going to have some great fun tonight with Kane, A Bridge of Spirits on the late stream. What I can tell you, well, you know what? I'll hold off. I'll talk about that in a moment. I'll give you my opinion on that in a moment. All right, I don't want to jump the gun. But yeah, a full day of gaming goodness today. Double new releases, which is always exciting. Always the most exciting times when we're in this busy fall gaming season. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it is official. Today is the first day of autumn or fall here in the United States. And I'm very happy to say that. Man, what a summer it was. It was basically the summer from hell when it comes to weather. Everyone had one of the hottest summers ever in recorded history. And, you know, if you could say global warming is fake, you're a complete jackass. I don't know how you could ignore the facts. My God, that was a bad summer. Okay? All we can do is try to prepare for summer next year. Like, later on this year when it hits, like, winter, my wife and I are going to try to order an extra air conditioner for the house so that we're ready for it next year. Okay? But outside of that, my friends, it's fall now. That's exciting. Fall brings all kinds of fun stuff. It brings the color changing of the leaves, right? It brings cooler temperatures, the harvest. Everyone thinks about the fall harvest. Of course, it brings pumpkin spice everything. Everywhere you go, there'll be pumpkin spice out the ass, which is nice because I do like pumpkin spice. Not that I like it in everything, but there are quite a few things that are good with pumpkin spice added, right? And of course, right around the corner, my friends, is October, which is a very special month for me. In October, I decorate the office for Halloween. We have Halloween-themed animations, Halloween-themed overlay on the streams, and there's a Halloween marathon coming up. 2 different special things going on. First, a gaming marathon on Halloween, and then on top of that, I'll be dressing up in costume on Halloween, and there will be an episode of Feasting with the King on Halloween. So it's a triple celebration on Halloween this year. Okay? Very exciting. And because we hit both of the member goals for this month, which is outstanding that we did, that means you guys, hold on, my butt itches, scratching my butt. That means that you guys will, number one, be nominating, well, you are currently nominating games for that marathon event coming up. And now you guys are going to be able to vote. Well, nominate. No, it's going to be vote. I'm thinking about it. It is vote because I'm going to have categories. That's right. You're going to be able to vote on the category of costume that I'm going to wear as well. Admittedly, this month I have not had any opportunity to really even scope out anything. I wanted to, and I haven't had a chance to go out to any stores or anything to see what's out there in regards to costumes or decorations as of yet. But I am planning on doing so. I got tomorrow and I have next week. So I have 2 weeks essentially to get all that done. Okay? So, yes, it's coming. So let me throw a few things out there. Number one, if you're just a channel viewer and you're like, man, I wish I could get in on that, you can. Right now, you can nominate games for the upcoming Halloween event by typing !Halloween into the stream chat. Okay? So, by all means, please do that. It'll bring up a link by which you can nominate games for the event. Okay? There will be a poll in October for you to vote on the category of costume. That's definitely not live yet. I need to go out there and see what costumes are available. Once I do, then the poll will become available. It's not yet. Okay? If you're a channel member, okay, you can also nominate games for the upcoming Halloween event. And the channel members exclusively get to nominate and vote on a game that will be in the event. So basically, if you're a channel member, you get to double dip. You get to nominate games in the open nominations, and you get to nominate games in your member exclusive nominations. Okay? How do you nominate games for the member exclusive? What you got to do is go to the main channel page here of DSPGaming on YouTube. There's a tab that says Community. All right? Click on Community. And right there's a post that's for members only. Only members will be able to see it. And on that post, nominate your stuff. All right? Now, just so you know, I have to manually approve all the comments on that post. And in fact, right now, I'm curious if there's anything new that came in overnight. Any new posts to approve. Let me take a quick look. Why not? We're on the pre-stream. Why not take a look at it, right? Let's see. All right, I'm loading it right now. A little on the slower side today. I don't know why. Everything I'm loading on YouTube is taking forever. Look at this. Hello? It didn't load. Seriously? Okay, it's reloading. All right. We got Sims 4. We've got Alan Wake, the Dead Space series, Surgeon Simulator, Super Punch-Out, and Super Metroid. Greg is interested in us revisiting the Fatal Frame games. There you go. A game called After Party. I don't know what that is. Stardew Valley. Death's Door. Dead by Daylight. Siren. I never played the original Siren. I played Siren Blood Curse. I don't know the difference. If that's different from Siren Blood Curse or Siren is an original game or something. Also, oh my god, look at all these nominations. Wow, a lot of nominations came in overnight. Resident Evil 7 on the VR. Until Dawn Rush of Blood on VR. Dead Space 1, 2, or 3. Alan Wake Remaster. Five Nights at Freddy's. Outlast 1 or 2. Oh my god. Here's another one. Monster World 4, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, and Metal Wolf Chaos. Alright, I approved all of the posts now. There you go. There's a ton that came in overnight. Yeah, it looks like YouTube's, as usual, having issues. Pfft, I got a pop-up. The data may not be accurate. That just means that the website's running like shit. That's what's taking so long. That's funny. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the deal. Please, if you're a member, post up. And if you're not a member, you could still post up on the forums. Nominate your games for the upcoming Halloween event. It's going to be a great one. And in the next week to week and a half, I should have more information on Halloween costume eligibility, meaning I'll let you know what the categories are for Halloween costumes. And of course, come October 1st, you can expect a full month of animations and decorations and Halloween festive fun coming up. I'm very excited. I hope you guys are too. Very good. Excuse me. All right. So that's that. We got that out of the way already. Excellent. By the way, guys, we are currently at the most members I've ever had. 288. I actually believe a new one came in this morning. I'll have to double check that in a minute. And if it does, then that means 289 and growing. These are the most channel members I've ever had on DSPGaming. Also, I'm at a record high number of subscribers to the channel. 194,000 and growing. It would be really awesome if maybe by the end of this year I could hit 200,000. I don't know if that's viable. But possibly it could happen, right? We'll see. We shall see what happens. The channel is definitely growing. And that's a good thing because this channel has not grown, arguably, in 5-6 years. You know, at one point I just decided to become a full-time streamer and that was my focus. I never really cared about growing the channel. And now that everything here is on DSPGaming, it's good to see people coming in and supporting and you know, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Oh no. Honyol says, look at this. Just started watching this playthrough this morning. I should say I should not have started watching it while eating breakfast. This is a murder mystery. It always is. The original Judgment was as well. You probably should not be watching this if you're hungry. Well, except for the food parts, because like, they went to a Chinese restaurant. It was good gourmet food. It looked amazing. And there are parts where you eat. But, yeah, admittedly, there's going to be some gruesome stuff in the game that's probably going to turn your stomach, man. All right. All right. So anyway, guys, that's what's going on right now. Let's talk now about the schedule, because now I kind of know what the whole schedule will be for the whole next week. So we can jump into that. Let me get it up here so I can read it off and be accurate. Okay. So, today is a continuation of Lost Judgment on the first stream. Yesterday we played for 3 hours. People have asked for my initial impressions. It's good. It plays just like the first game with some refinements. For example, there's a new combat style called Snake. I really like the Snake style. It's very unique. Even compared to styles that were in previous Yakuza games, it doesn't feel like that. It's really cool. Smooth moving. And I'm having a lot of fun with the game so far in that regard. Plot-wise, it's interesting, and it's getting more interesting, but it's slow-moving because that's how Judgment works. It is a slow-moving mystery, and there will be more elements to it as we investigate further. We are not even to the point in the game after 3 hours where there's any side content. It's all just main story for right now. All right, I am expecting that we will hit side content relatively soon. Okay. Just not sure when. We'll have to see, but yeah, so far so good. It's a good game. Graphic-wise, pretty on par with the last game. You know, 60 frames per second on the Xbox Series X is very, very nice. I'm not going to lie. I really enjoying the higher frame rate. So everything about it, I got no complaints so far. I'm having a good time. You know, what happens is when I play games like this, we don't get the ginormous views during the course of the game because it's not a game that attracts mainstream viewership. Is it action-packed at all moments? No. Does it have a slow-moving story? Yes. Is it very Japanese-centric when it comes to culture? Yes. And whenever I play games like this, half the people don't show up because they're like, nah, I don't like it. Well, that's fine. That's your prerogative. If you don't like this style of game, that's fine. I'm not playing this constantly. It's going to be a balance moving forward between this and the other 2 new releases, and I'm going to explain that in a moment as I go through the schedule here. Okay? But I'm very excited for a second session of Lost Judgment right now. It's going to be great. Okay? Later tonight, it's the continuation of Kena Bridge of Spirits on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. I really enjoyed last night's session. It was basically an introductory session to the game. Graphics are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous on the PlayStation 5. Gameplay elements are nice, but kind of primitive at this point. Only 2 hours in, they really don't even have any combat abilities besides mash or parry. That's about it. I'm sure there's more coming up. Like some people have said, yeah, there's going to be projectiles and other things you could do. Right now, it's very basic. But I'm sure more is coming. So, I can't wait for the second session tonight to see what unlocks and what we uncover in Kena Bridge of Spirits. Okay? And by the way, I've seen both positive and negative reviews of the game. Some saying the game is too much like other games. Although, admittedly, there are a lot of elements that seem like they're taken from other games. I would argue the game does feel unique. Like, it does feel like it has its own identity. It's not suffering from identity crisis where it feels like you're playing 10 other games. It does feel like it's a unique game with what they've put together here. So, I'm liking it so far. I'm looking forward to more later tonight. Okay? By the way, it's not a very long game. Reports are you can beat it in 8 hours. Or if you do everything, maybe 10 to 12 hours. But it's not a very long game at all. Okay? Okay. All right. So, that's the schedule for today, guys. Tomorrow I'm off. After a week of streaming, a well-deserved day off. I'll have a lot to do, running my errands and everything that I need to do during my one day off that I get a week, okay? When I return, all right, on Friday, it is the continuation of DEATHLOOP on the main gameplay stream. Now, I'm about 9 hours into DEATHLOOP, and it's weird because some people reported the game is pretty short while others said, no, it's not. So I actually don't know how long the game is. 9 hours in, I'm really liking it at this point. It's actually growing on me. The more I play it. Last time around, we spent the entire stream doing this story-based stuff. What we were trying to do was turn on these generators that would open up other doors, and inside each door there was like a plot element that unlocked a bunch of story stuff that was really interesting. And now we're going to conclude that plot line when we play on Friday and then move on to the next. Okay? So, if you've been liking Deathloop, sorry that we haven't played it recently. I've been very busy with the other stuff, but we'll come back to it on Friday. Okay? Friday night is my weekly late night throwback session of old school Street Fighter. I hope you will join me for that, 6:45 p.m. on Friday. Then on Saturday, we're going to continue with Lost Judgment as the main gameplay stream. And then the late stream will be Hades, which I'm very much enjoying. We have a new build, a crazy new build with the spear that I don't know if it's going to be viable or not against Hades, but man, it's been interesting, and I'm looking forward to more. And then on Sunday, I'm actually going to do Kena Bridge of Spirits as the main gameplay stream. So if reports were correct, that means I should be near the end of the game, but I doubt it. I almost guarantee you it's going to take me like another major stream to beat it. Microsoft Flight Simulator on Sunday night. Okay. And then on Monday, Deathloop will be the main gameplay stream again, and that will be paired with a late night stream of Kena Bridge of Spirits. Then on Tuesday, Lost Judgment will be the featured stream again, and that'll be paired with Hades. And then on Wednesday, Deathloop will be the main stream paired with Kena Bridge of Spirits, and then that's it. That's my whole streaming week. So look at the variety there. You're going to have 3 streams of Deathloop, 2 streams of Lost Judgment, at least 2 to 3 streams of Kena, and likely the conclusion of Kena if it is as short as people are saying, plus the late night stuff I like to do like Street Fighter, Hades, and Flight Sim. So a good variety of stuff, pretty much all new release content. And I thank you guys for chilling with me and supporting the streams. I hope that all sounds good to all of you. Keep in mind, October will be very busy. The 1st of October, I'm doing Ask the King, which is my bi-monthly Q&A show. It'll be cool to do it with the Halloween decorations and everything behind me. So, Ask the King. It's my bi-monthly Q&A show where I answer your questions. Okay? I arguably have decided, or let me think about it, have pondered putting an end to the show. Because I said, man, I really don't feel there's a need for it when every day I'm answering your questions. These streams are interactive, right? It's not like it used to be where I was just doing on-demand videos for YouTube and there was no interaction, or I was doing streams where I wasn't reading your comments. Now, I interact with you guys all the time, and I don't understand why I need this show. And every time I say this, people come out and say, no, you must continue Ask the King. It's a legacy show. It's one of your longest running things you've done on the internet. We love it. Every couple of months, we love getting our questions answered and blah, blah, blah. So, so because that, you guys always convince me to do it again. Even though I always say, oh, maybe we'll get rid of it. And then I end up doing it again. All right. So it's on October 1st. Okay? Friday. You'll have all the Halloween decorations, Halloween animations, and everything in place for this show. The way the show works is you post up your questions early on my forums. And the more questions that I get, the better the show is. All right? So please, by all means, if you have not yet, please post up your questions for the show. How do you do so? Well, I'll tell you how you can do so. You can type !Ask the King into the stream chat. It'll bring up a link by which you can post up your questions on my forums. All right? That's the best way to get your questions answered because it gives me opportunity to review them ahead of time, pick the best ones, and have intelligent and entertaining answers for you during the show. Okay? So, that is awesome. Please post up your questions for Ask the King. Now, if you don't do it this way, the day of the show, you can also post up on my Twitter, or you can actually ask during the stream chat, although that's very limited. Depends on how much time we have left on the show. So, let's see what happens. It should be a great show, and then, of course, we're going to jump right into all the new releases for October, just to give you guys some perspective here. Listen to these new releases. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl on the 5th. Alan Wake Remastered on the 5th. Far Cry 6 on the 7th. Metroid Dread on the 8th. Also, there's rumors or reports that the Battlefield 2042 beta will be around that same time. Back for Blood on the 12th. All right? And that's just the first half of the month. Holy crap. It's going to be pretty crazy. It's definitely going to be nuts. So I hope you guys will join me for that fun in October. It's going to be a great gaming month. It really is. I cannot wait. Okay. All right. I'm just trying to think. Is there anything else that I want to cover here on the pre-stream before we jump into the plugs, before we jump into shout-outs? There really hasn't been much in gaming news. There is going to be a Nintendo Direct tomorrow, and people are estimating that probably like 95% of the Direct is going to be hyping Metroid Dread and then, like, there may be a tiny bit of Smash Brothers info or none at all. Most people who are realistic are saying there's not going to be any Smash info, but Nintendo people always hype Smash for no fucking reason, so they always think there's going to be Smash info, even though there almost never is. Really dumb. So I guess we'll see. Will Joe Mama come back for Halloween? If you mean the skull candle, yes. Remember, I have two. My parents actually bought me two different skull candles. They bought me, I forget which one they got me first. I think it was black. A black skull, wasn't it? And then I told them how well it went that year. I was like, I put it on my camera for decorations, and it went really well. And they said, oh, we'll send you our other one, too, because we have one, but we don't really like it. So we'll send you this. And I have two skull candles. So I could variate between the two candles. Yes, and likely Potion will be making a return as well. You guys remember Potion, I'm sure. Okay. There you go. All right. Swaggin's being very negative. He says, back for money, a beta, a new Ubisoft game, a Nickelodeon game. Where are the hot new releases? Skip them all. So Swaggins would like to just sit on stream and play no games. Here, if Swaggins had his way, this would be the stream every single day. Ready? That's what he wants. He just wants me sitting here staring at a camera. So, I'll have to think about if that's what I want to do. Thanks for the suggestion, Swaggins. Thanks a lot. Will Bone Meal be back? Possibly. Bone Meal could make it back. And I don't know what's going to be on the decorations this year. I haven't really even gotten a chance to think about it yet. We'll see. Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm an independent content creator, and what that means is I have no partnerships or sponsorships with anyone whatsoever. I'm a man who just shares his daily gameplay experiences with the world on the internet. I enjoy being honest with every piece of video that I put out there because I don't answer to anyone. I don't have to worry about losing a sponsorship or being told that I needed to kiss a game's butt and I didn't, because I don't have those kind of ties or limitations. You guys allow me to be myself on streams because you crowdfund me. All right? I absolutely love the fact that every day I can come and enjoy games at face value, tell you what I like, tell you what I don't like, and share my honest opinions about games without having to worry about upsetting some power that be. And now next thing you know, I can't make a living doing this because I don't answer to anyone. I answer to you. You guys are here to enjoy my honesty, and I enjoy being honest with you, and that's what it's all about. The reciprocation of respect, right? Thank you guys so much for all of your support over the years. 13 years I've been able to do this for a living, and let's hope for many more years to come. I really appreciate in the recent days you guys keeping the drama out of the streams, allowing us to just have chill, fun times and not worry about all the bullshit that morons are constantly trying to do to bring me down all over the internet, instead of just paying attention to the quality of the streams, which is what it's always been about, right? This is definitely a good opportunity to bring up the fact that, ladies and gentlemen, bringing up outside drama from these streams has never, ever been allowed. It's always been against the rules. Derailing the stream with drama and insults and all kinds of bullshit is not allowed. We're here to enjoy games and have a good time with the game at hand. All right? I'm not saying that we can't talk about off-topic discussions. I'm saying bringing in purposely drama and questions about said drama is not allowed ever. This is a drama-free zone, and it's never going to be about drama. I'm not about that. All right? So please understand that. And I appreciate those of you who, like I said, the last many days have understood that and respected that, and we've kept the streams going very positively, and I'm very happy about that. Okay? Thank you for that. In addition, understand that spoilers are not allowed, especially with a bunch of narrative-based games. Please, no story spoilers. If you bring any kind of spoiler up, you're going to get banned, even if you're pretending. Like, oh, well, here, this is just something about this story. No. No making up story spoilers either, because no one knows if it's a real spoiler or not. You're still going to get banned. It's against the rules. Okay? So whenever I play a heavy narrative-based game like I am today with Judgment, Lost Judgment, I always bring up this fact. If you end up seeing a ginormous paragraph super chat, okay? If you end up seeing a ginormous paragraph message, chances are it might be someone trying to be a dick and spoil. Don't read it, all right? I personally have avoided story spoilers multiple times. They actually tried to do it earlier this week with with Life is Strange True Colors, and I avoided it completely because I saw, oh, look, a giant paragraph. I know that's a spoiler, and I was able to ban them and not spoil myself, which was great. So I definitely recommend you do the same thing, okay? Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you in advance for any kind of support, whether it be that you become a channel member and get many benefits from doing so, including a highlighted name in chat and a cool chat crown badge, getting access to my emotes and not having to worry about that slow mode settings, or if you do a super chat or super sticker, which will give you a highlighted message in chat, and I'll give you a personal shout out for it, or if you tip me. If you do any of those things, I'm going to go out of my way to try to make sure that you guys get highlighted and get a big thank you on my streams, because your crowdfunding is my life's blood. Your crowdfunding is the reason that I'm able to be here and do what I love for a living. And I appreciate that so very much, everyone. I want you to know how much I appreciate your support, especially through all the bullshit and the drama and the nonsense. The fact that we still persevere. It's all worth it, man. It really is. Thank you so much, everyone, for that ongoing support. All right? So, all that being said, I appreciate all of your contributions. If you become a member, or if you do a super chat or super sticker, that is long-term support for the channel that helps out. But if you do a tip is short-term support, and tipping is the preferred way to support the channel, because I get tips immediately to put towards important things like the cost of new games, monthly bills, grocery shopping, you know, all that stuff. But in addition to all of that, less of a chunk is taken out from a tip transaction than other things. I'm not saying, oh, don't do those other things, because let me tell you something. If we can build up the members and we can build up the super chats to the point where they were over on Twitch when I used to stream on Twitch full time, it's going to help out tremendously. I'm still lagging behind what I used to make on Twitch, and I'm trying to get back to where I was. So I appreciate everyone who does those things. But the tips are the strongest way to support the channel, and I appreciate everyone who goes out of their way to tip me. How do you tip? You can look at the description of the stream itself for a link, or you can type !tip into the stream chat. Either way is great. Okay? Now, that being said, because tips are so important, I have reward goals set up for raising tips. If I raise $50 in tips today, I'll put on my pair of Gunner glasses. If I raise $100 in tips today, I will put on a hat. The hats eligible are the digital, the camo, and the fake hair hat, because all those hats I could still wear headphones on, and I definitely want to wear headphones for today's session of Lost Judgment, since it's a new release. Or if we raise the full tips goal of $150 today, I'll put on a vest of your choice, and all of the very awesome vests are eligible that you guys love the most, including the red, the platinum, the denim, and the gold. Yesterday, we didn't see a single vest at all. And that was very sad. A day without a vest is a day I feel naked. Let me tell you guys something. All right? So that being said, please contribute if you can, and I appreciate all support on my streams. Thank you in advance to anything, but it would be very good if we can get some tips on the stream and hit those goals today. Okay? All right, fair enough. So we got a lot of shout-outs to do. I actually am going to have to check on a different page to see how we're doing, because we got so many here. So just listen to this. Actually, this did not update at all. Hold on a second. Can I reload this page? Why didn't this update? It still didn't update. It seems like my Stream Labs is having issues today, or is this Stream Elements? I'm getting confused now. No, this is Stream Elements. No, this is Stream Labs. This is Stream Labs having issues. It only updated as of 20 minutes ago, but we had a lot more contributions since then. So what this is saying is Scott Van Eiten became a channel supporter. Thank you, Scott. And Andy did a super chat saying, do Zero Suit Samus. He wants me to dress up as Zero Suit Samus for Halloween. That would probably be very disturbing. I'm just going to be honest here. Like, people might actually, like, think it's the scariest costume ever if I did that. So I'll consider it, but I don't know if I'm going to go for that. That doesn't necessarily sound like something I would want to put that my viewers through that kind of horror. Even on Halloween, it's a little too strong. Anyway, so after that, it looks like there were several different new memberships that came in. We had Captain DCW, Snow Carl, Zane, and also Stealthy Kupo, who all looks like they either renewed their channel memberships or they made a new one. I can't tell. It's so weird that Streamlabs isn't really updating for me. I don't know what happened here. I'm logged in. It seems to be working, but it's not updating. This happened a couple weeks ago too. It might just be an issue with Streamlabs today. So that being said, let me take a quick look and see how we're doing channel members wise. Let's see if we've actually gone up or not. Because if they're just renewals, then probably not. But if some of these are new, then we might have actually gone up. So we had 267 plus 8, 14 to be 22. We went up by 1. We went up by 1. We're currently at 289. So hey, any progress is good progress, right? So thank you very much to everyone here who is continuously supporting the channel. 289. That's the new record. We've never had 289 before, man. Never. And so that is awesome. Rebel, see again, Rebel did a super chat. It's not showing up in Streamlabs. My Streamlabs dashboard's fucked up. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It'll probably update later and have everything. So Rebel did a super chat. So working on new DSP art. I'm pretty happy with this one. Good vibes. I love the new momentum. You got flowing, Broseph. Hey, see, here's the thing. I knew once the fall hit, okay, once we started getting into new releases, once the weather changed, the whole attitude changes. Seriously, like the summer, it seems like a lot of people, I don't know, they stay away from gaming or whatever. The fall, everyone jumps back into it head first, right? There's all the new games that people want to see me playing. There's a newfound feeling of like support, end of the year, hype and stuff. I love it. I love this time of year, man. I absolutely do. We're at the very beginning of it, and we're gonna have 2-3 excellent months of excellent gaming and great times together. I love it. I love it so much. Every day we're saying, oh, we hit a new record for memberships, right? That's outstanding. We're 289 right now. Who's to say we won't surpass 300 by the end of the month, right? And then next month, the sky's the limit. We keep going. We keep going. That's what I'm talking about, my friends. Thank you. All right, so thank you very much, Rebel, for the super chat. Shout out to... Okay, we have a couple tips that came in. Let's do that. We start off with Anso Kamaru, who has tipped me $1.50 and says, I feel like Kana is one of the games where reviewers say it's only 8 hours, but it'll be much more than that if you explore and look around. Watching you play on normal is like a completely different game. I'm playing it on hard, and the combat is super brutal. That's interesting, because actually, if you remember, the game wanted to default me to like, easy. And I was like, I don't want to do easy. That sounds like it's going to be a cakewalk, you know, 0 challenge. I want some challenge. So I actually upped it 1 level. And I agree with you, the combat... The only reason the combat is a little challenging is because there's almost no health during fights right now, and everything is hitting for big chunks of damage. I feel as the game progresses, maybe it won't be as bad. Either if there's ability to get more health, or maybe you'll be able to deal more damage more quickly. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work. You know, I'm only 2 hours in. But, you know, for me, the combat is actually the weak point of the game because it's very simplistic. It's like light attack, heavy attack. That's all you have. There's nothing else to it besides a timed parry. So, I hope it gets better. I really do. I really hope it gets better with more abilities and stuff as we move on. But to hear you say that it's actually tough on hard, I'm not surprised. Okay? So, I'm very glad I did not play it on the default, which was easy. I probably wouldn't even be enjoying it if there was 0 challenge, right? Like, it wouldn't be nearly as good. So, okay. Snow Carl tipped $1.50. He says, I'm thinking about tipping and streaming in general. Do you think donos come in with an implicit agreement with the streamer that they should get something in return, or do you think a donation is entirely altruistic? For the people who genuinely like a content creator, okay, and they genuinely want to help them out, it's altruistic. They're coming in, they're saying, listen, you're providing me with a service, all right, for free. You didn't charge up front for a subscription. It's not like it's a paid-for service. Right? This is an HBO Max, okay? You come in as a free stream. You're welcome to just sit here and enjoy it, and that's all. That's expected, okay? A content creator essentially is saying, I want to provide you with free content, and if you like it so much, please, by all means, contribute back and reciprocate. I've always said the reason that when you guys tip me, there's a reason I call it a tip. Number one, that's exactly how it's classified for tax purposes. But the reason I call it a tip is that's exactly the relationship we have. Think about when you walk into a restaurant or you walk into a bar, okay? You sit down, and that waiter or waitress or that bartender is going to give you service for free. You don't have to pay anything up front for the service. You get the service first, right? Now, you're expected to pay for the food or the drinks that you get, but then on top of that, depending on how well that server or bartender did, you determine, oh, I want to give something extra to help you out because I felt that you did a really good job, okay? Now, you know that that person is actually dependent on tips to survive. You know that if you do not tip that person, you are hurting them, because people who live in that job and that kind of employment do not make a ton of money on base pay. Their livelihood is dependent on tips coming in, okay? So that's the relationship you're entering into when you walk into a restaurant or you go into a bar. You know that if you get good service, you want to reward it with a tip because that person depends on that to survive, and you want to give them a little extra to go above and beyond if they went above and beyond, right? It's the same exact premise here on a stream. It's free to sit down and enjoy the content of a stream. You don't have to pay, but if you like the content, you know that content creator makes a living via crowdfunding. So you absolutely should reward that content creator if you feel that the content they're putting out for you is something worthwhile. Whether it's you're laughing at them, you're laughing with them, you're just having a good chill time, you're having a meaningful conversation. However it is you feel you're getting some kind of quality out of that, right? Then you should possibly reward that content creator, just like you would reward a waiter or waitress, or you would reward a bartender at one of those businesses, okay? Because if you don't crowdfund them, they're not going to survive, just like that waiter, waitress, or bartender. They're just not. That's the nature of the occupation, all right? Now, obviously, there's people out there who it's different. Oh, I have 10 sponsorships, and I fucking get all the games early for free. You don't have to pay for anything, and everything's, free, and I'm one of the golden children of fucking gaming, so I get my ass kissed by every company because I'm an influencer who's like a special idol or some shit. Most content creators are not in that situation, even though a lot of the popular ones that you've heard of probably are. 99% of people who make content for the internet are not in that situation, and they don't want to be compared to those people because it's unfair, you see? Personally, I was in positions where I could have been like that in the past, and I purposely chose not to be. I had companies reaching out to me saying, we want to do this and that. I said, no. I want to be honest. I don't want to lie to my audience. I don't want to be a walking advertisement. I want to be true to myself. And yes, a lot of reasons that I'm in a way worse off financial position today is because I've stayed true to myself and my roots and who I am. But that's who I am. And that's why you guys come and support me, because you know that's who I am. I'm not a shill or a sellout, right? So, all that being said, if someone is coming into a stream, all right, and they're saying, "Oh, I'm going to contribute, but I'm definitely demanding something," in it's a transactional relationship. You're doing it wrong, and no, I don't think there's a single content creator out there who would appreciate that. Although, admittedly, some of them do seem to present themselves like that. That doesn't make any sense. You're not buying anything if you come onto a stream and you become a member, or you do a super chat or a super sticker. What you're saying is, I like your content, I want it to continue, here's my support. Now, if you end up getting something else extra, maybe a shout out on the stream, maybe, I don't know, premium forum access, maybe you get to see a video early, maybe you join a Discord server, whatever it may be, because content creators all have different things that they give out as rewards. That's supposed to be the extra on top. All right? That's not supposed to be, I bought this with this transaction. It's supposed to be, I'm supporting you, but if I get something extra on top of it, that's also good. You see? If you don't believe that, you're wrong. You have fucked up. You have completely misrepresented the relationship you have with a content creator. A content creator doesn't have any responsibility to anyone to provide anything. They're already providing the service for free. All right? So if you don't get that, you're wrong. I already see a bunch of trolls in the chat saying, no, you're wrong. You're a moron. You came in with the wrong mindset. That's why it's hilarious when idiots will try to do something like, for example, throw a tip to a streamer. And then the streamer looks at the tip, is like, wow, that person's a complete dickhead. Look at the message. It's insulting and everything. I'm not going to read that out. Then they try to charge it back. On what grounds do you fucking think you could do that? There's no grounds at all. There's nothing promised in conjunction with your crowdfunding contribution. It's not a transactional relationship. So because you think, oh, well, I didn't get a shout out on the stream, I want my money back. No, you're not getting it back. You're a moron. And by the way, PayPal 9 times out of 10 sides with the content creator. Although I've definitely seen in certain cases what PayPal would do is just give everyone everything they want, which is kind of silly in my opinion. Like, why would PayPal give money back to the person but also let the content creator keep the money? That's weird, but I've seen that a lot. But in most cases, if anyone tries any funny business like that, PayPal says, no, fuck that idiot, you keep the money. So that's the situation. No, there's not a transactional relationship. You're not purchasing something because you threw someone a tip, or you gave them a super chat, or a cheer over on Twitch, or you became a sub or a member. No, absolutely not. You're saying, I'm going out of my way to say you gave a free service that was good, so here's something to support you so you can keep doing it. And if you don't like what you get in return, too bad. Stop contributing. But you can't ask for it back ever. There's clear terms of service about this kind of stuff. There you go. Okay. Let's continue. Rob on Wheels is here today. He tipped me $4.20. Is literally just finished catching up. Let's keep on rolling. Thank you, Rob. Biggest tip of the day so far. Although the day is young. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. Glad to hear you got caught up. Excited to see what happens today with the continuation of the storyline for sure. Anshang Forever is here. He tipped $1.50. He says, I beat the second Mordegon boss fight and finished the first main quest. Now it's the second main quest. You should enjoy it, and you're going to get a lot of answers in the second quest that you probably had lingering from the first half of the game. Like, I remember in particular, there were certain creatures that you would see around the game, and you're like, what the hell are those? I beat the game, it didn't explain it. Well, that's what the second quest is for. But again, I will warn you, the second quest is way more challenging than the first quest. Like, way more challenging than the first quest. There's bosses that whooped my ass, even though I was, like, steamrolling through the main quest. There's bosses that's like, I was like, fuck that, you gotta come back much later to fight this thing. So just to warn you. Okay. Thank you, Anshang, for the tip. And then we got another tip from Snow Carl, another $1.50 tip, and he says, what are your thoughts on the state of modern gaming and streaming? I feel bad somehow new content creators luck into giant audiences bigger than yours despite starting later, putting in less effort and chilling nonstop. It feels unfair. I wouldn't know. I don't know anything about it. I don't watch other content creators. I don't know how it happens. You know, I can't control that. I don't care. The thing is, I don't care. I don't dwell on other people. I don't care about what other people are doing. People constantly come in here and try to derail my stream talking about other people. What about this guy who's much bigger than you doing this? What about this other guy who insulted you? I don't care. I don't care what they're doing. I like what I'm doing. I like having fun with games, being honest, enjoying these games with an audience, that we resonate with each other. You like what I do. I love having you as an audience. That's all I care about. I don't give a fuck about these other people at all. Why do I care? I don't know how they became popular. I don't give a fuck how they became popular, right? I don't give two shits. Why do I? If you spend your whole life worrying about what everyone else is doing, you'll never be able to focus on your own personal success, right? If you just sit there with petty feelings of jealousy and, oh man, I woulda, coulda, shoulda, you know, too bad. You're just going to sit there and never be happy with yourself. You'll always be miserable. You can't live like that, man. You got to find a point where you say, all right, fuck that. Instead of worrying about what everyone else is doing, good, bad, or whatever, indifferent, just focus on your own thing, man, and be happy with who you are. That's what I'm all about now. I don't care about that shit. In any way. So, okay. I don't care, Snow Carl. Boy, you just don't understand. He goes, oh, YouTube and Twitch favors these content creators. I don't care. I don't care. Shut up about it. I don't care. I don't care what anyone else does. I don't care who favors what. I'm here doing my own thing, having a good time. That's all I care about. Alien Boy had done a super chat and says we'd be playing Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. It comes out sometime in October, right? And I've never played a Super Monkey Ball game before. I'm very excited to try one out. But it's really going to depend on timing because, was Alien Boy 13, right? It's going to depend on timing because I feel like October is going to be one of the months where there's so much going on that I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to play every game. I'm probably going to be in a situation where I have to pick and choose what games I play because there's going to be so many releases coming out. Super Monkey Ball is a re-release of an older game, so I don't know how many people it'll actually bring in for viewership. I don't know if it's a game that even lends itself to stream viewing because I don't really understand the mechanics or what it is, you see? But what I would argue is I would consider playing it if we had time. Maybe it could be a chill stream at night. Since it's a franchise I never experienced before, it could be something, you know, opening me up to new exposure to new stuff, right? Seems to me 9 times out of 10 when I try something completely new that I've never done before, it ends up being interesting, right? So, it's a definite possibility. Do you know the release date, Alien Boy? What is the release date of that? Because I would like to add that to my, I would actually like to add that to my schedule. Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete a bunch of this shit. The old stuff. However, only has coffee recently. He was just here the other day. He might have been here yesterday, but I think he was here 2 days ago. What are you worried about, man? Stop that nonsense right now. Okay. Anyone know the date for the Super Monkey Ball collection? I'd like to add it here. I know it's October. I just don't know when. Does no one know? Come on. I just got 2 completely different answers. The 1st of October and the 5th of October. How is that possible? How could it be 2 different days? Okay, Alien Boy is October 5th. Let me add it here. Super Monkey Ball. So here's the situation. On October 5th, we've got Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. We've got the Alan Wake Remaster. And we've got the Super Monkey Ball collection. But then on top of that, in 2 days, we got Far Cry 6. And then another day later, it's Metroid Dread. So, see what I'm saying? With that much coming out in a short period of time, what takes priority? I'd have to decide. I would argue Alan Wake because it's October. A spookier game makes sense for that month. See, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl will be good for like late night streams of playing maybe a couple times a week, trying new characters because it's multiplayer only, I think. So it's kind of a different kind of thing. You know, a lot of people have said, oh, I'm tired of Street Fighter. Well, here's something that's completely different, but it's competitive online, right? You give it a shot. Super Monkey Ball could be a chill stream too, arguably. But I'm going to have a lot of games to juggle then. So, I guess we'll have to see. Yeah, see, some other people are saying, what about Diablo 2 Remaster? That's another one. Another one that could be a chill late night stream. I don't know. I'd probably really enjoy Diablo 2 Remastered, to be honest with you guys. I played it in the 90s, or I played Diablo 1 in the 90s. I can't remember if Diablo 2 came out in the early 2000s or the late 90s, but I loved both games. They were very addicting. I played them on PC, and just the looting system and everything is super fun. And to see what modern graphics and everything would probably be a treat. But it definitely is a grindy game. Like, even when I played it back then, I was doing other stuff while I played it. Like, I would have music playing. I would have a show playing. It was something you do while you do something else. So it would definitely be an interactive, chill stream rather than me focusing so much on the game constantly. You see? Foxy Senko has now become a member and says, this is new. How you been? Yeah. Oh, you see what's going on? Oh, cool. As of today, if you become a channel member, there's now a message attached to your membership. This is the first time that's ever happened. Nice. So Foxy Senko renewed their membership for 5 months. Says, this is new. How you been, dude? Of course I'm good. Enjoying all the new release games. This is cool. This is something that obviously was always on Twitch, and now they just added it to YouTube. Progress. I like progress. Snow Carl, I didn't ignore your message. The problem was none of them showed up in my queue. I told you, Streamlabs had a glitch, and I couldn't see the messages. Yeah, I see them. Hold on. Okay, hold on a second. So, Captain DCW said, hi, Phil. I just bought Lost Judgment. I don't want to get spoiled, but I'll keep updated on YouTube. Sounds good. Snow Carl says, hi, Phil. How are you holding up? Keep fighting. There you go. Thank you. Stealthy Kupo said, since you skipped Call of Duty, can you play Tales of Arise, is it? I'm thinking about playing it later in the year after I beat Lost Judgment. We'll see. Zane says, could you send... Oh, no, you could now send member messages now when you renew. There you go. So there you go. There's all the member messages. I mean, I can't believe they didn't add that until today. What the heck? It's a no-brainer to add those, but I'm glad that they added them now. That's excellent. Okay. I think we're good. Yeah, that's it. We covered everything. All right, guys, let's take a break. I got to use the bathroom. Let's take a break. When I come back, it's the continuation of Lost Judgment, a nice chill stream, continuing on with the investigation of rampant bullying at this particular high school. Okay? See how it goes. All right, thank you guys very much. I'll see you in a few.